Hello YouTube, and welcome back to part 2 of my Sensible World of Soccer playthrough, or Swos. As you can see, I have one new player in the text box there, right there. His name is Michael Helgby. I can't remember exactly where I got him from, but I believe I got it from Ghana, since he's Ghanaian. Again, speed, control, velocity, I believe I've got 5x5 for 300k, which is pretty decent. Again, utilising the player database settings allowed me to really utilise the player database is very good. You can do like searches for exact names, or you can do for statistic values or team values and things like that. So you can have a really good play around with it. And if I can get it on a record or something like that, I'll actually show you exactly how that looks. So, just switching a few players in and out. I do want to be testing some of the trial players out to see if they're actually any good. He's definitely worth checking them out. Again, I think I actually end up keeping Griffon. I was just showing there that I could actually do the player manager as well as playing as the coach. Not just having to coach everything, I could play myself. Now, I'm not exactly the best person in this game. There are much better people in this game than me, but I do sometimes find that, especially in the lower leagues, the teams aren't that great. You really do, if you know what you're doing, you'll walk all over them. So you have to be kind of careful. Now, in this one here, I wasn't too sure who we were, because we're normally red and white. I believe we're actually in the yellow and black. I think we're away from home today. So again, no volume because of the Football League show and Match of the Day. So again, same music, same same sound effects, and my voice. So yeah. So as I was saying before, this is all recorded on the same night pretty much. I might do some more of these, put them up every couple of days, 2 or 3 games, whatever it is. Because again, the games are quite quick. They're only like 3 minutes and a half, or 2 minutes and a half, something silly like that. So they can be really fast. And yeah. But yeah, the good thing with the game as well is because they've got such a huge following for the game, especially in the continent, you know, or on the continent, I should say. Even in the United States, this is quite well taken. To be honest, there's been loads and loads of threads of people saying, oh, you know, United States League for Sensible World of Soccer 2013-14. 2012, 2013. It really is kind of amazing how well Sensible World of Soccer was taken pretty much everywhere. You wouldn't expect it to be taken so greatly, well, not necessarily greatly, but so well in America, because obviously soccer isn't exactly the best sport over there. You know, it's behind things like basketball, baseball, American football, which is their #1 sport. But soccer is coming up. It is, you know, football is making its way up into the American all-time sports leagues type things, and there's a lot of followers out there for it. And people like Dave Beckham, that does help in the ambassadorial role for you know, football and things like that, have helped to bring it into the limelight in the United States, which is very good, to be honest, because it's just, I've got to admit, football's a money game, you know what I mean, and it is fun to watch. I prefer to watch teams like Leyton Orient and teams like you know, Charlton and QPR, people like that, because I find the lower league football's a lot more there's not so much of the fairy football, if that's the best way to explain it. You know, people just jumping on the floor and, you know, diving around and rolling around. You don't get anywhere near as much as that in the lower leagues as you do in things like the Premiership and things like the La Liga and places like that. It's just really annoying. I hate it. You know, I'm a huge, yeah, I am a Man United fan as well. You know, I have been since I was 6 or 7 years old, and I followed them pretty much ever since. And you know, even I get annoyed with people that just hit the ground like a sack of crap. They aren't hurt, they're just holding their leg. I'm hurt. You sit here and think, as an ex-football player, you know, I used to play when I was younger, up to the point where I busted my knee. And even when I took a hit, like if I took a hit, I took a hit. You know what I mean? I got back up, I run it off, and I carried on going. Obviously, as you get older, you can't really do that. But you know what I mean? You got like 20-year-olds that's a great goal by Griffon as well. First goal for the club. Just boom, done, sorted. Yeah, so I hate that sort of play. I hate it when people are like that and they hit the ground and they hold their leg and you're just like, hang on a minute, you barely touched. Now he touched your foot. Yeah, he stood on your foot. whoop-de-doo, you know, I had people elbow me in the face when I was like 7 or 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? Getting head-butted when you're going up for headers, and you know, people pulling on your shirt and giving you a kick when you've just tackled you, or you've just tackled them, or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, football is. Yeah, when you get to the grassroots, that's when football really is in its prime, and that's why I love watching Leyton Orient. And they are my London club. I followed them for years, I've worked with them for years, and yeah, definitely would say the club that I would follow beyond Man United would be Leyton Orient, bar none, to be honest. So, and not to say I don't love Man United, I do. But if anything was to happen, Leyton Orient would be the next club I'd go to by far. They are the London club, my most local club, and I enjoy the football that you watch there. It can be boring sometimes, you know, those 0-0 draws. You get some of those really exciting 0-0 draws where you just get like 30-40 shots on goal, and there's Spider-Mans in goal, and there's cling film over the goal and all that good stuff. There is nothing you can do. You've tried your best, they've tried their best to score, and it's literally just come down to a really, really good 0-0 draw. And then you get those games where you get like one shot on target, the opponent gets one shot on target, and the ball pretty much stays in the middle of the park pretty much the entire game, and you're just like, oh, what the hell am I watching? This is rubbish. So, got a goal by Gouffron's pretty much keeping us in the game right now. You gonna get another one, son? Oh, unlucky. Straight at goalie, just checking to see if anyone's injured. Everybody's fine. It's another good game. So the only downside, I guess you could say, with the game, in terms of how do I put it? In terms of the look and aesthetic of the game, is, say for instance, right. So there's the stat screen. So we had 7-5, they had 7-6, 1 foul, 1 booking. We pretty much had the advantage in possession. Generally was A-OK. It's probably going to be the end of this game as well. Yes. So top of the league. Johan Lassemat is back, and that's pretty much the end of this game. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.